Dina Tyler is with us tonight. Dina is a good friend of ours. She's been on the show many, many times, and we love her to death. She is the best in Mobile when it comes to this area of the law. But again, I can't speak highly enough about her as far as how good of a person she is and how much she cares for individuals. And she does a lot of estate planning, wills, contracts, things of that nature. And so we're, again, thrilled to have her again tonight.
We definitely are. And she, as you mentioned, Bill, she's from the law firm of Druin and Tyler. We want to welcome you to LawCall tonight, Dina. She's on the phone tonight. And as Bill just mentioned, Dina, estate planning is one of your specialties. So my question to you tonight is, with time ticking away, what is a good age, or when should somebody start estate planning?
Well, first of all, thank you, Bill, for those comments. I really appreciate it. I do adore and respect you too.
Just put the check in the mail, please.
All right, it is. Just don't cash it yet.
Okay. Okay, I won't.
When you do start your estate planning, you really should do it typically at any age, because you want to have a plan, in effect. Because you never know when it's your time, and it's always good to start. There's not a certain age to do it.
What is the difference, Dina, between a will and an estate? That was one of the questions somebody here in the studio was talking about before the show.
Well, a will is what you have when you plan the disposition of your estate. Your estate is what you own at the time of your death. And so you have a will that will set out, how you want to dispose of everything, what you want to give to people, how you want to take care of your loved ones or your interests. That's what the will does. It takes care of your estate.
Gotcha. And is a will absolute?
It just depends on how it was executed, and if everything was included in the will, that all your property was included in the will. It just there's just various factors for it, and if it wasn't properly executed, it definitely can be challenged.
Okay. Well.
And Kelly, if I may, let me ask Dina a question. Sometimes people will call me, which again, I don't do any of this kind of work, so I'm not, I'm not sure what to tell them, and so that's usually why I send them to you. But as far as like, when does someone need just a regular will or a trust or a living will? What's the difference in all the different things that people should be looking at?
Well, the basic documents that anybody really should have is a will, a power of attorney, and an advanced health care directive. Those are the three main documents that people need.
And explain what a health care directive is for people, because that is very important, and I don't think people quite understand what that is.
Well, it's also known as a living will, where you set forth how you want to be your comfort level when you get to the point of you're permanently unconscious, or you have your doctors are saying it's time to make a decision. Do you want to keep this person alive by medical means, or what? And so if you make those decisions, before you get in that state, it does help your loved ones when it comes to deciding what is the best and what you would want to have if you were able to make those decisions for yourself.
Right. And as far as a trust, what is a trust?
Well, there's so many different types of trust. There's a revocable trust, an irrevocable trust. There's a testamentary trust. It just depends on what your needs are. If you want to take care of your grandchildren and they're still minors, then you can create a testamentary trust for them. That way, you can have control of what you're going to give them once you pass, and make sure that it's protected until they get to the age you decide they can handle it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And a revocable trust is where you put your assets in a trust, but you can never really change it. People do that a lot for judgment protection. And
right. And Kelly, one thing I would say, if this is kind of making your head swim, as far as all the different types of things when it comes to estate planning and things of that nature, that's normal, because I've been a lawyer now for 26 years, and what Dina just told me is making my head swim.
Well,
It is complicated. It is difficult to understand, and that's why if you are planning to try to leave something for your family or whatever, or to just stop the fighting in your family, because nothing breaks up a family like not having some type of directive. And so absolutely get in touch with someone like Dina that handles this type of stuff.
That is great advice. And Bill, you have always said that you definitely need to see an attorney that specializes in estate planning.
Hey, I've had it in my family 3 or 4 times where, you know, mama or daddy dies and they don't leave, you know, a will, and then all the siblings fight, and then it just breaks the family up forever.
It does.
And that should absolutely not be the case. You know, you should, you know, leave your wishes, and then that will take care of a lot of those problems.
That's so true.
Right, it does.
All right, well, if you have any additional questions for our guest, Dina Tyler, you can reach her at 251-202-5529 or online at dt-legal.com.